My name is Kay Sargent. I'm a senior principal and director of workplace at HOK, and I lead our global workplace practice with Gordon Wright. And so I'm here today in London in the Shaw showroom talking about diversity, equity, and inclusivity and how we can design spaces that really benefit everyone. So different racial groups, ethnic groups, social, economic, age, gender, physical ability, mental and cognitive ability, that whole range of things that make us a whole person. Because what's really important today is we want to create spaces where people can bring their whole selves to the office and be as successful as they can be. So people that are neurodiverse are wired a little bit differently. They tend to either be ADHD or on the spectrum, dyslexic, maybe autistic. And so they often have hyper or hyposensitivities. People that are neurodiverse tend to have more extreme reactions. And so they really have a difficult time sometimes in environments where there's either too much stimulation or not enough stimulation or just not really the right balance. Often people that are neurodiverse have to take a lot more sick days because they just can't handle the environments that they're in. And so it can affect all aspects, not only of the individual, but of the business. And when you consider the fact that 1 in 7 people today is neurodiverse, we can have a huge difference by creating spaces that make them feel welcome. I think one time we were talking to an autistic student and he kind of said it best. He said, we're freshwater fish in salt water, but if you put us in fresh water, we'll function just fine. We're in a war for talent, and we need to find a way to leverage everyone's expertise. And we like to say that people that are neurodiverse in many cases really kind of have a superpower. They can really get into like a hyper-focused mode where they can solve problems really, really quickly. So really designing for a variety of settings and for a variety of people is not only good for our mental and physical health, but it's good for the business as well. I think a well-designed space is one that gives people options, choices, and variety, because we all have different needs. I might be more sensitive to visual stimulation, you might be more sensitive to acoustic stimulation. And so we need a variety of settings that reflect that. And for some cases that might be having quiet zones. For others it might be places where we just need to get that energy out. But we have to make sure that we're designing those spaces holistically. So if I provide a quiet space, but then I put bright colors and crazy patterns, I'm literally short-circuiting the people that I'm designing that space for. And I think it starts with stopping designing everything for that typical individual and making everything the same. We need to have environments that are more reflective of how complex society is today.